Welcome back to Culinary Chronicles. My name's Daniel. I'm your host. Today we're going to be doing a brisket. So we're going to go ahead and get this trimmed up a little bit. We're going to get rid of some of this fat, but we're going to leave quite a bit on. on. So we'll go ahead and just actually start over here, where we just have basically large hunks of fat. Try not to take too much meat off with it. So this brisket was about 15 and a quarter pounds before we started trimming. So it's going to be pretty good size for what we're going to use it for. We're going to be using it for a potluck dinner. So let me go ahead and keep trimming. Now, in my opinion, you don't want to take all the fat off. You do want to leave quite a bit of fat on, but we don't need all of this hard fat. It's not all going to render down like that. We're also going to square it up a little bit, take off some of this smaller side down here, just so we have less meat that's likely to burn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make tallow with this fat, and then we'll also probably just cook down some of that meat for sandwiches. Alright, so I got most of the hard fat off. I got what I'm going to take off. I'm going to leave some on to help it while it cooks. And so what we're going to do with this now is we're going to actually add a little bit of rub. We're going to use mustard as a binder. And so once we put on the mustard, we'll add our rub. We'll add our rub to it and go ahead and get that going. So let's go ahead and get this rub put together. Alright, so for our rub today, we're actually going to be doing just a simple 4-part rub. We're going to start off with just a base of salt, which is always good with beef, garlic and pepper. Need to kind of go heavy with the seasonings and make sure we have enough for the entire brisket. And our fourth one is instant coffee. So we're going to go ahead and throw on some instant coffee. I prefer instant coffee. Some people just use ground black coffee. I think instant coffee is better to me because it breaks down more. So we're going to go ahead, mix that up. And this is all stuff, all items that will just basically accentuate the flavor of our wood mix and of the beef itself. So we got a mix of hickory and mesquite today for what we're going to be smoking this on. So we're going to go ahead and add our binder, if we can get it to come out. Now, there was if there's something I didn't realize, was just how controversial brisket can be in uh, the community of people that smoke meats, in the barbecue community. And the reason why I say it's controversial is each person has their own way of doing it, and they think, and so many people think that if you don't do it their way, you're wrong. So there is a lot of different ways to do this. I worked at a barbecue joint down in Houston, Texas. Greatly enjoyed it there. They actually did not trim before they smoked, nor did they season. They just relied on the taste of the beef and of the smoke. Now, there's plenty of other people that would say that's completely wrong, and you need to trim it down. You need to square it up, make sure it's all the same thickness, and then heavily season, which I am doing kind of a heavy season on this one. We'll see how much of it stays on in the process of getting into the smoker, but we'll see. And then there's others that, you know, you wrap it at a certain temperature, you don't wrap it. This one I am going to be wrapping today. It's just the way I want to do it. So now we got this covered. We're going to go ahead and get it in the smoker. We're doing 250 over mesquite and hickory mix, and we're going to probably take about 12 hours or so. We'll go ahead and keep you updated, and we're going to pull it at about 160 and wrap it. So we'll go ahead and get it in there. Alright, so we got a bark set, and we've got kind of a good bark built up on this. It's going to be nice, good. So we're going to go ahead and get this wrapped to help hold in the moisture while we finish up the cook. This so far has been about about 5.5 hours. 6 hours. So this has been about 6 hours, almost 7, getting closer to 7. So we're going to go ahead and get this wrapped up. So wrapping it helps hold in some of your moisture. We've already got the flavor from the smoke, so now we're just going to wrap it, keep in the moisture, and finish up this cook. Generally, I like to do the foil kind of as like a boat on the bottom, and then just wrap it up from there. Main thing is just keeping the liquid in under it. Also, I advise getting heavy-duty aluminum foil that is set up for that is white. I got the narrow stuff, so it's kind of a little bit more work, but it should work fine. Nice and wrapped up tight. So now we're just going to finish cooking it and get it to where it's tender. That's going to be about 205 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and throw it in there. We have several more hours left to go. We're keeping the temperature at the same. We're keeping about 250, and we're also keeping our hickory and mesquite blend of pellets in there. So we're going to go ahead and get back in. We'll update you whenever we get to the next part. Alright, so last night this got done early in the morning, very early in the morning. So I let it rest overnight in the cooler wrapped in foil. Still hot, so we're going to go ahead and get it ready to serve. And so a good thing about brisket, it's a good one to leave sitting in your cooler for about 3-4 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and start here at the end. Ooh, look at that. So this end's almost a little dry, bottom's definitely nice and moist. But we got some beautiful meat. Tastes good. Taste that rub, but you mainly taste the meat and the meat and the smoke. So this was our brisket video. We're gonna slice this up for a potluck later today. And so thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and comment down below. Thank you. We'll see you around.
My girl, can't take my eye off you. Can't take my eye off you. Dim girl, don't got nothing on you. Don't got nothing on you.